Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to TQM Travels. It's about 8 in the morning right now, and Becca and I are getting our suitcases packed here at our Airbnb. Today, Becca and I are going to be driving back to Lake Crescent to do that Spruce Railroad Trail for just a little bit, and then we're going to head to the Sol Duc Falls area in order to do some hikes there. I think we're also going to try to fit in some hikes around the Hoh Rainforest as well. But before we head out, why don't you take a look at these spectacular views we have at our Airbnb here. It's really pretty. You can't see it right now, but over in the distance where the clouds are, you can actually see Vancouver Island in British Columbia, so we're just a stone's throw away from Canada right now. But yeah, Becca and I really enjoyed our stay here. If you are looking for somewhere to stay up in the northern part of Olympic National Park, I would highly recommend this Airbnb, and I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. So with all of that said, why don't we go ahead and get started on our hikes, so we'll see you over at Lake Crescent. Alright, we've made it back here to Lake Crescent in order to hike the Spruce Railroad Trail, which is just behind us here. I think this trail is a pretty lengthy trail along the north coast of the lake, but we're only going to go down for about a mile to the Devil's Punchbowl, which is supposed to be a really cool bridge that walks over part of the edge of the lake.
Look out, guys. Take some poison ivy. And today, there's a cougar fragranting the area. This is what poison oak looks like, just so you know.
Thank you. Don't worry, Lisa, I'll try to stay away from the cougars. After about maybe 10 minutes of walking along this very paved, very easy to walk trail, we made it here to a tunnel. I forgot the name of it, but just to the left of it, there's a little trail to go over to the Devil's Punchbowl Bridge, so that's where we're heading. We've finally made it here to Devil's Punchbowl, and the views here are spectacular. You can really see out pretty far into the lake here, and it actually sort of worked out better that we came today rather than coming here yesterday because it was so foggy we probably wouldn't have been able to see anything yesterday. But today we're able to enjoy some beautiful views of the lake here. The water is so blue, it's absolutely breathtaking. So we're just gonna relax here for a little bit, and then we're going to hike back to our car in order to drive a little bit over to the Sol Duc Hot Springs Resort area. I think there's a couple of hiking trails over there. So we will catch up with you guys once we get into that area. So after a short drive, we've made it here to Sol Duc Valley. Today we are going to be doing a very short hike to Sol Duc Falls. It looks like it's only about 0.8 of a mile, so it shouldn't take us very long, and hopefully the waterfalls look amazing at the end, so here we go. So after a very short hike, we made it here to Sol Duc Falls. The waterfall is quite impressive. It's not super tall, but it's really, really cool. There's a lot of water flowing through the waterfall, and it's quite impressive, honestly. So the hike to get to the falls was pretty easy. Again, it was only 0.8 of a mile, and it had a little bit of ups and downs, and it was a more like a dirt trail with some exposed rocks and roots, so it was pretty uneven, so you'll definitely want to be careful with that. But overall, the trail was not too hard. We're just going to hang out here now for just a little bit and take some more photos and videos, and then we're going to head back to the car, and we're going to be driving further south to the Hoh Rainforest. We'll see you guys over in the rainforest then. After driving for about an hour and a half or so, we made it here now to the Hoh Visitor Center in the Hoh Rainforest here at Olympic National Park. So we're planning on doing 2 trails here today. So the first trail that we've decided to do is the Hall of Mosses, and this is a pretty short loop, so I'm not expecting a big challenge here. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at this lush, dense vegetation throughout the trail. So that Hall of Mosses trail was super easy. It was pretty flat, and it was nice and easy to traverse through all of the dangling moss. It was really pretty. One of the really nice things about the forest here is because of all of the dense vegetation here, even though the sun's up pretty high, it's nice and cool down here. So I'm really enjoying that. Becca started feeling a little bit uneasy as we were hiking through, so she's actually gonna wait in the car. I'm actually gonna go down this Spruce Nature Trail here. I think it's a 1.7 mile loop or something around there. So far this Spruce Nature Trail is a lot quieter. There's a lot less people. Maybe it's just because the trail is longer, but there were a lot of people at the Hall of Mosses trail. So something to keep in mind. It's Monday of Labor Day weekend. There are extra people because of that, but I've heard, especially on weekends here at the park, that the Hoh Visitor Center parking lot gets completely full, and you have to wait up to like 1.5 to 2 hours even to just get into the park area. And here we are back at the beginning of the Spruce Nature Trail. This trail was super easy. It was 100% flat the entire way. There was plenty of tree cover to keep you cool. I'm sure even on the hottest days, this is a really nice trail to go through. I really enjoyed my time walking the Spruce Nature Trail. So let's go meet back up with Becca at the car, and then we're gonna head down to the Quniault area where we're actually gonna be meeting up with Sarah and Dat as well. So we'll see you guys over there. And we have made it here to the Quniault Inn where we are staying. We met up with Sarah and Dat. Oh man, they came up from Portland today. So tomorrow we are all gonna be hanging out here in the Quniault area. And I think we're just doing some hiking, right? You said, what are you planning?
Looking at some trees, looking at some water, beaches, nature.
Nature. We actually have a really cool, fun challenge planned for tomorrow for photography. So we will get to that in the morning, I'm sure, before we head out. So that's going to be it for this episode today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel, so that way we can help the channel grow. And also don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be notified of when our next episode airs. So until next time, guys, cheers.